Well, so in today's session we have the explanation of voice change. So first of all, before I begin, I need to tell you what is an active structure and what is a passive structure. So for the active structure, we need to write down the verb in active form. Means the subject will do the work. So if this is the subject and this is the object, fine. So the subject is doing the work in the particular sentence, but in here in the passive structure, here we have the object. The previous object have turned into the subject of this type of sentence, and we are adding was plus built. Means we are adding the form of be verb plus participle or participle, that is a passive participle, fine, or the V3 formula. So be plus V3. For the students who can understand it in better way, I am using the term V3 as well. The V3 same is the participle or the passive participle. So we can say that a passive verb is a form of be plus passive participle. Fine. So be plus passive participle. Some of the examples can be is baked. So is plus baked, that is V3. Another example was worn. Fine. Next example is spoken. Fine. So in the similar way, now let me tell you the summary of the verb tenses used in the active and passive voice. So let me write it for you. So here I have written the simple present and the present continuous. So let's write it down, some of the examples. Active voice, we can write we bake the bread. So we bake is our main verb. So in the passive form it will be the bread is baked. Well, let me add something else also. Here I am adding we bake the bread here, and in here the bread is baked here. So here I have the passive usage of the verb is baked. Next, in the present continuous tense, just the similar example. We are baking the bread here. Fine. Are baking, that is our present continuous tense. We are using the verb in the present continuous form. So in here it would be the passive form. The bread is being baked here. Now look at here, is being baked. So for the present continuous, the structure will always be am, is, are plus the continuous form, means being plus what we have learned, passive participle. So I can use the terminology as P dot P, right, or the V3 form also. So I am here writing am, is, are plus being plus P dot P, means the passive participle. The passive participle. Fine. So now let me just simply ask you some questions. Like here I am writing down some of them and explaining it to you. Fine. So let me write it down. So here I have written an example of present continuous tense. Now what is it? He is repairing the roof. Is repairing is our present continuous tense used in particular sentence here. So what we will do? We will be interchanging the subject and object. So what would it be? The roof, and what is the formula? Am, is, are plus being plus passive participle. So it would be the roof is being repaired by whom? By him. Fine. So I guess that you have understood this one. The roof is being repaired by him. The object becomes the subject in the sentence. This is a passive sentence. That is the passive form. And this is the active form. So the roof is being repaired by him, the object. The object becomes the subject, and the subject in here becomes the object. So now let me give you some examples more, which you can write it down. So here I have 3 sentences. We are learning the chapter. In here we are learning. Are learning is the verb, is teaching, and are building. So what will be the change in this particular passive voice if I write? The voice change will be we are learning the chapter. So the chapter is being learned by us. Next, she is teaching English. So English is being taught by her. And the last one, they are building a new house. So a new house is being built by them. Now this particular by them part is not necessary exactly, but for the structure you can use. And this is the form of active voice. So I hope that you have understood so far. So that's all for today.